Hey, good morning. It's Paul Farmer. This is Freedom Project Live, episode 47. And what I like to do on these is basically talk about my experience online, share marketing tips, and just really share what's going on with me with my online journey with you in an effort to help you. Perhaps you're struggling right now, perhaps you're new, in an effort to help you break through or just have some guidance. So I posted on my Facebook wall today, my Facebook wall, a quote I heard from the book Atomic Habits, which is a great book. I finished it off. Great book. And the quote goes like this, and it really spoke to me. And it kind of goes with what I was talking about yesterday in self-discipline. So what it says is the greatest threat to success is not failure, but boredom. The greatest threat to success is not failure, but boredom. Okay. So what does that mean exactly? When you first hear it, you're probably not really sure, but really what it means is if you want to go from being good, what separates the people that are good to great, the ones that are good, just good, and the ones that are great, they're the ones that go through the boredom. They're the ones that do the mundane tasks day after day after day. So the bodybuilders in the gym doing reps may not feel like it, doing it anyway. The star athlete is in the gym shooting baskets, may not feel like it, but these are the mundane tasks that need to be done to really go from good to great. And this really spoke to me. It really spoke to me because I understand that it does take that kind of self-discipline. You do have to show up. You have to do the things you don't want to do, even when you don't feel like it. And hopefully that speaks to you too. Hopefully that provides you some value. So the great ones, they do it anyway. Doesn't matter how they feel. It may not even be great, but they still show up and do it. Whereas the people that, they're not the great ones. They're not getting the great results, are the ones that allow life to dictate what they do. So they'll wake up in the morning like, I don't feel like doing it today, and they don't do it. And that's why they are where they're at. Or they look for the easier way, or they look for the new thing, the fun thing, right? And they go away from the predictable, mundane, boring stuff, right? That is going to move you to the top. So that's the difference. And that's something I wanted to share. It really spoke to me because I literally do it. I wake up and I do things like I work out 6 days a week. And let me tell you, there are many days I don't want to work out, but I do it anyway because I have goals I want to attain. I committed to it, so I do it anyway. I make videos on days where I don't feel like it, but I still do it. And some people say you should only do videos on days that you feel like it. But the thing is, if you do it only on days you feel like it, you probably won't do many videos, and it probably will not become a habit, and you will probably fall off. Same with anything. Same with anything you're doing. Okay, so that's really all I got for today in that regard. My other thing I wanted to talk about is, so today I like to talk a little bit about what I'm doing with my business. So today, so every day I'm doing a video. I'm doing a video pretty much every day, talking about what I've learned, talking about my experiences, talking about what I'm doing in my business to grow my business. That's just something I'm committed to doing, so I'm doing it. Some days I come on here and I'm like, man, I don't even know what the heck to talk about, but it starts flowing because I listen to personal development all the time. Like I was on a training last night with my mentor, with a mentor of mine, and he was just reinforcing some ideas, and it's really great. Like when you're doing something, and then when someone that's doing it better than you has better results, that like confirms that you're doing the right thing. You know what I mean? And it was really great to just have those ideas reinforced and learn more stuff too. The great thing about, like, one of the things I did in 2019, I actually started this before 2019. 2018 is when I started. I decided to up my game. Okay. So I decided in 2018, I had a great year. Let me grab some water. Excuse me. In 2018, I had a great year. I had my best year online. And it was awesome. You know, I broke through some personal bests for me. Definitely helped my, family, more financial stability. Still not where I want to be, but better off than I was. We were able to take a vacation. I mean, I've said this many times, and it's been a real blessing. But I want to go bigger, and in order to go bigger, one of the lessons I have learned along the way, and this is something that new people and people struggling are having a hard time grasping this concept, because they don't want to spend more money in their business. They don't want to invest in themselves unless it is free. And I learned a long time ago that is foolish. That is foolish. Because if you don't learn to invest in yourself, if you don't learn to invest in your business, you're not going to have a business, and you're really not going to grow much. You're going to make it very, very difficult on yourself. So in 2019, I decided I reached out to a guy that I had worked with way back. I want to say it was 2015, but I'm not sure if it was 2015. And he was my sponsor in something else. But at the time, my pride and my ego was so huge. I was so embarrassed about the results I was getting, the lack of results I was getting. Huge male ego, right? And my girlfriend, who's now my wife at the time, actually was getting the training from him. He was actually working with my girlfriend, and I was sitting in the background listening in, but I was too ashamed to ever even acknowledge anything. I was just so embarrassed, and so it was just a bad time for me, And over the years, I've realized, that's foolish. If you're in that place and you want to get out of that place, the best thing to do is to listen to somebody, to learn from somebody that absolutely knows what they're doing, has the results to show for it, has students that are getting the results to show for it. And that's what I was on yesterday. That's the training I was on. What's great is they do these spur of the moment trainings. Multi-millionaire marketer does spur of the moment training. Like, hey, I'm going to do a value training today, and you could hop on and get great training from the mind, learning from a multi-millionaire mentor. I think that's awesome. But see, I'll approach people about this, and they cannot separate the vehicle, the wealth vehicle, from the training, from the mentoring. They cannot separate those two for whatever reason. They get hung up on, oh, well, I don't like that product. I don't like that vehicle. But what they're missing, and I didn't plan to talk about this, it just came up. What they're missing is the training, the mentoring, the development of a skill that they can apply to anything they're doing online or offline. That's what they're missing, It's not about the product. It's not about the vehicle. It's about the training. It's about the skill development. It's about the changing of your mindset. 90% of this is mindset. 90% of this is mindset. So you get the mind right. You start thinking in a positive manner. Success thoughts, vibrating at a certain frequency where you're attracting leaders, where you're attracting people that are doers, action takers. You're attracting those kind of people. You learn how to do that. Then everything changes for you. Where it doesn't change is when you're like, well, you know what? I don't see the value. In this case, it's $1,300. I don't see the value in paying $1,300 to get actual training that's going to take me from where I am now to a whole different level. I don't see that value. I'm going to continue to stay over here. I'm going to continue to stay small. I'm going to continue to struggle. I'm going to continue to throw crap on the wall and see what sticks. And I'm going to take the long road. And I can speak for this because I did it. I had such a massive ego, so much pride. I'm like, man, I got a bachelor's degree. I went to school. I'm not stupid. I could figure this thing out. Totally held me back. Totally held me back. And going all the way back to, I went to Danny Johnson. I don't know if you know who Danny Johnson is. Back in the day, I went to Danny Johnson. One of the things in her first steps to, I think it's called success, first steps to success, she devotes like a whole day or at least a whole segment to getting over your ego. And at the time, I didn't want to hear it. I'm like, that's garbage. Like, who cares? Like, what's the big, And she was saying, if you don't want to reach out to people, that's ego. It's not just about boasting. If you don't want to do certain tasks, that's ego. If you're not teachable, that's ego, right? So I mean, she goes on and on and on. There's so many things that are ego. If you're afraid, it's ego. If you're shy, it's ego, right? But she goes over all this stuff, and then I think about like today. Fast forward to today, I'm getting the same message from a multimillionaire marketer who's telling me the same thing. It's ego. It's pride. It's you getting in your own way. So many people could have massive success online if they would stop doing this. I'm going to do it for free. I'm not going to invest in my business. I shouldn't have to invest in my business. I shouldn't have to invest in myself. If they would stop doing that and they would actually get the training that they need, okay? They develop the skill. They take the time to develop the skill. Boom. Their results will go through the roof. And I'm going through this process now, okay? I'm looking to go to the next level. So it's a process, and it takes time. And I'm just happy to share my process with you. I'm on video sharing it with you live here. So, I don't know who the heck does that, but that's what I chose to do. Because I want to be transparent. I want to be real. I want you to see what really goes on. So when I do hit that breakthrough moment, when I do go to that next level, you can go back and go, okay, I was watching Freedom Project with Paul, and he was talking about this stuff. And you can track back and go, okay, there's a whole record of this. You can see where I came from. You can see where I went, okay? And you can see why it happened. That's why I do what I do. So there's a record, because I get so many people coming to me like, well, what do you do? How do you do it? Blah, 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 And here's the thing, like, something I learned in 2018 was I don't necessarily want to be the person that everybody comes to for advice. I don't necessarily want to be the person that's training everybody, because really it's like this, okay? So when you have your own kid, right? So you're giving him instructions, hey, go clean your room or clean up the dishes, take out the trash, whatever. And if it's your own kid, they're probably tuning out, right? But if it's someone, a third party, so like a teacher, a coach, someone they respect, not that they don't respect you, but because they're hearing it from you, because they're hearing it from a third party, they're going to pay more attention. And that's the same way with your team. Your team is going to pay more attention to someone that isn't you. You could be messaging, you could be saying the same exact message as the other person, but because it's you, they're not going to listen to you. They're going to listen to the other person. So that's one of the reasons why I made the move I did, because I want my team not tuning into me, but tuning into someone else. That doesn't mean I don't know stuff, but that means I understand that if you want duplication, you got to get the hell out of the way. That's a big thing that I learned in 2018 is you just got to get out of the way. So that's what my focus is this year, is really getting out of the way, plugging you into a third party that knows, that's proven, that's getting results, right? That has a track record of results, that has a track record of students getting results. That's what I'm doing this year. That's why I made the move I made. It wasn't for the I really want to be clear about this distinction, okay? It's not about the product. It's about the mentoring, about the training, about the skill development. Because I see the bigger picture. It's not about the product. It's about what the skill will do in the future. Okay? That's that. If you understand that, if you get that, it's going to take you to a whole different place. If you think I'm full of crap and it's complete nonsense and no, I can figure it out on my own, good luck to you. Good luck to you. If you think you can come online and you go, okay, well, I'm going to pay the tiniest amount I possibly can, and I'm going to figure it out all on my own, good luck to you, because you're going to be pulled in this direction, that direction, and you're not going to know what hit you. I've been online nearly 7 years now. Now, that's not 20 years like some people out there, but 7 years is pretty solid. I've seen quite a bit. I've experienced quite a bit, and I know a lot of the pitfalls, and I know what works, and I know what doesn't work. Now, I don't know advanced stuff. I don't do advanced type paid marketing. I keep it freaking simple. The reason I keep it simple is because you can. Most people need it to be simple. That's why I do it that way. That's why I'm plugging them into a third party, because it's simple. It's not complicated. The more complicated we make this, the worse it breaks down. Okay, so yes, I have my own private group. Yes, I have my own training. Yes, I plug people into that, but that's an extra layer. That's something I can offer as value, but I prefer to plug you into somebody that has better results than me, because I know you're going to listen better. Okay. And again, I didn't plan to talk about this. It kind of just went this way. And I hope you got value from it. I'm just trying to think what else, but that's really it. And the cool thing about this, this mentoring program, I'm just going to call it a mentoring program because that's what it is. It's a bonus. You have your wealth vehicle. As a bonus, you get this mentoring program. Millionaire mentors, 8-figure marketers, 7-figure marketers teach you the ins and outs of marketing online, even taking this stuff offline. And it's a bonus. It's a bonus. So you purchase the wealth vehicle, and as a bonus, you get plugged into this community, get plugged into this training. I mean, live training, spur of the moment. Hey, I'm going on doing a pure value training today. And you can just hop on, or you can watch the recording if you're part of that community. And I'm telling you, it is going to take you to another level. It absolutely will. You're going to watch me do it. You're going to watch me do it, because when I make up my mind to do something, I do it. Simple as that. Okay. I set an intention and I go. And hopefully you're seeing that. Hopefully you're seeing that in my habits, how I come on every day, no matter what. I don't care what the freaking views are. I don't care if anybody shows up. I'm doing it. I heard a story, same book, Atomic Habits, Steve Martin. I believe Steve Martin, it took him like 15 years before he got big. Steve Martin, the comedian, Steve Martin. But he started out doing comedy in clubs, and some clubs, there were nobody there. There was nobody there. Nobody showed up. But he still did his routine because he was perfecting his routine, right? He was still working on his routine. He still did it no matter what. He didn't care if there was, 15 people in the crowd or nobody in the crowd. He still did it. That goes back to, it's all about, overcoming that boredom, doing it anyway. How many people would come on and do a live video with no one showing up? A lot of people get down on themselves. I know I have, but I keep pushing past it because I know I'm starting to get people coming to me now and telling me, hey, I'm watching your videos. I'm being inspired. I'm watching them. I'm learning a lot. And, I'm just sharing what I know. I'm just sharing what I learned with you. And that's it, in an informal format. And when I started this, I didn't know what the heck was going to happen. I didn't know how it was going to go. I still don't know how it's going to go. It's still not doing a whole lot, but I know there are people being impacted, and that's positive. That's a good thing, right? So we'll keep marching on. The long view. So I hope you got value. I'm going to get going. I got to get some breakfast. I had a brutal workout this morning. It's funny. I only do 20-minute workouts right now. I'm only doing a 20-minute workout 6 days a week. And I'm telling you, that 20-minute workout is better than a 2-hour workout at the gym. I'm telling you. I used to be a personal trainer. I have advanced certifications in personal training. I have a degree in kinesiology. I freaking lived in the gym. I could tell you working out at home 20 minutes is more effective than going to the gym for 2 hours. I can tell you straight up. Unless you have a personal trainer that is very knows his stuff, knows how to design a program that is really going to take you to the next level, really going to keep pushing you, really going to keep moving the bar, then, and those are expensive. But anyway, You want to know what I do, just reach out to me, let me know. Or reach out to my wife, Mariana Farmer. You can find her on Facebook. She will definitely help you out. But yeah, that's just what I'm doing. Okay, so hope you got value today. I appreciate you being here, and I will see you on the next one, most likely tomorrow. Okay, so bye for now.